Welcome to the Bobby Soxer Show, the podcast where nobody gets left feeling shocked, with your hosts, Ashley Patterson and Alen Stefovsky.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, we are back for another episode of the Bobby Soxer Show. I am your host, Ash, and I got the lovely Alen with me. Not that he's a guest, he's always here. But I hope everyone's doing well. And I'll just quickly note, our clothes look maybe a little bit different from the rest of the episode. It's because our initial footage was very blurry, so we had to film it the next week after. So you'll notice I'm wearing maybe a different black t-shirt, and maybe and Alen has a different.
Yeah, no, it's a good thing you brought that up, because this whole thing we've started on the fly, and we weren't actually planning on doing a podcast. I never wanted to actually do a podcast. I don't like being in front of a camera. I'm actually a pretty shy person. But I was forced to do this. I was forced to do this against my own will.
You got someone saying the words in the background. I am fine.
No, we've talked about the whole shock society situation. Yeah. We have a point to prove that, 5 episodes into this and we've done all the work and we're still waiting on one episode.
Exactly, we're still waiting on one episode.
I got my finger on the like and subscribe button for them, but it's just waiting. We're just waiting. So
we're just waiting for our competition to finally turn up.
It's kind of like the space race against nobody. America had Russia, but we're kind of we joked about this being like a podcast war, but there's no war. We won before it even started. But no, we had to do a reshoot because Ash has a bit of experience in this, but this is a new setup that we got going, and we're trying different things, and I'm not going to lie, I'm a bit of an amateur. So we want to do the best that we can. So we're reshooting this.
Yes.
And
we didn't notice the blurry footage until we were done, and then
because it took a while to upload. So. Ash was gone, and then I opened it up, and it was I can't give this quality to you guys.
Exactly. We're looking at the beautiful picture of Melbourne, but we're just blurred.
We want to keep improving each episode, and we're aware of all lighting situations, the reflection on the old TV screen. We know all these things, and people, you don't have to bring it up anymore, people. But we're going to fix these things, and I'm still, renovating this space for the podcast. But,
and then, eventually we'll probably move it to 2 areas. Because,
we'll have, Ash is going to get his studio set up.
We've got a couch, got a couple of, and a couple of glass cabinets to display all this stuff in. So,
oh my God.
I know. I've been rummaging through people's trash when they throw out their garbage. I'm just like, hey,
it's going to be awesome.
It's going to look good.
No, we've basically got the Avengers team of podcasting now. We've got me and Ash, which are committed to this. We help each other out. Lucky Man Dan's been a big fan of ours.
Number one fanboy.
He's been helping us out.
Oh yeah,
I can't thank him enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're messaging on TikTok, you're definitely getting Lucky Man Dan. I thought I was going to handle it, but he's really taken it off.
He's got it under control.
Yeah,
So thank you, Dan. Thanks for your support.
Exactly.
I probably wouldn't have. Who knows? Maybe I wouldn't have taken it seriously if you didn't show how much you enjoyed it.
Yeah, if you didn't enjoy the commitment to it. So I think, honestly, I think in a lot of ways he's like a quarter of our views.
Honestly, I give credit where credit's due. So
But this week the next episode's in, where we're talking about the cost of a living crisis, especially here in Australia. Obviously, that's where we're located. I'm sure it affects everyone worldwide. That's what the episode has really been about. It has, I guess, going back to it to try and retrace our steps. Has the cost of living affected you in any way?
Me personally, look, I've been sort of fortunate in the sense that this last decade I didn't really put myself in a position where I had a lot of debt and all that kind of stuff, but I will say when I do want to have a good time and go out, it's very easy to spend $100. It just like goes in a flash. And so, yeah, it's. I have to be a little bit more savvy with and more tactical with how I have fun now.
Yes.
So it's not just a matter of, like I'll go out and, maybe $50 will get me somewhere.
No,
it's like
it's $100 definitely. As soon as you step out the door, I think it's like you're willing to spend $80 to $100 as soon as you step outside.
Yeah, you got to prepare to feel the pinch when you do decide to have a good time. If you do decide to even step out the house, be prepared for money just to evaporate. That's how it is.
Into the ether it goes.
Somehow, yeah. Now, look, I understand people because, like, one of the reasons why I wanted to make this topic, I did notice a lot of people talking about it on YouTube or other social media platforms, and when the whole, let's just say there was like a lot of things going on at a certain period of time in history where I knew where this was all heading. People thought I was crazy, a conspiracy theorist and all this stuff, and now everybody's got 2 or 3 jobs just to sort of make ends meet. And I have to say, I told you so. I can't be humble about these things because I was given a bit of a hard time. But look, I understand that there's so many bills to pay. You've got gas, electricity. People have mortgages, land tax rates, and it just goes on. And yeah, governments are very good at finding ways to tax people and make it seem like it's helping them. Yeah. Like, all right, I won't go too heavy into this. I don't want to get in trouble. But, I mean, it's not getting easier, let's put it that way. So,
well, I guess I'll speak on that and probably I'll take the hit of maybe being cancelled before we get started. But people, and I've seen social media influencers or like other people have said this best, but I saw Andrew Tate saying it really, is that if you can see where the government is spending their money, then we don't have a problem. Like if the money's actually going into like health services, keeping cost of living down, on our police and whatever, our emergency services, if we can see where the money's actually going, then we don't have a problem paying taxes. But when you see something like it costs $15 million to put machete bins all around Victoria, and they don't look like they cost any more than $1,000 to build. Like, how much do you think building a steel bin really costs? And they're saying it's $150,000 per bin. I'm just like, I'm sure I could see sheds that you can get from like Amazon for like $3,000. Yeah. And so you can't see where the money's going. Yeah. And that's a big problem.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a problem for some time to come until there's some sort of open source kind of platform where you can actually see
where the money's actually going. Trace the money, because it doesn't. Make it make sense is probably the best way to put it. Because I think even during COVID times, when the government said that we're just going to give money to people, obviously we didn't know that we were going to be in a pandemic, and no one could predict how it would affect people. And eventually, people, if they were lost a job, they would have to be given some sort of way to live. Yeah. But people were just treated it like, oh, we're just getting free money into our bank accounts because we're,
Funny you mention that, because like I did have a conversation with this, like she was a single mother or whatever, and she was saying at the time when she was getting free money, she was saying, it's actually kind of like a bit of a blessing because now she's like able to pay off certain debts and stuff. And I go, just wait, once everything's jacked up and you haven't got that money coming in, you're going to be going one step forward and two steps. I didn't say it, but this was processing in my head, because what I want to do is say that to her and crush her.
They crush her hopes. But like, I think the general populace were like, we're just getting free money, not knowing that we have to pay that back. That's not the government giving us free money.
They don't, yeah.
Yeah, that's just the government essentially
cash.
lending us money.
Yeah, there's a cash.
And that we'd eventually have to pay that debt back.
In some shape or form.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's usually raised in taxes and you know, we're going to tax the supermarkets more. So then therefore the supermarkets are going to tax, like, put their prices up, and then
it gets passed on to the consumer.
Exactly,
eventually.
everything gets passed on back to us. So when I saw money getting given out to the people, it sucked that there was possibly no other way, but people didn't understand that we would have to pay that back.
Yeah, well, everyone was like, "Yeah, we're having a great time. We get to stay at home, and we're getting all this money, and it's great for a short period of time." But then when you know, there was no long-term solution, and everyone was spending it like where there was, we're just going to get it another paycheck. And well, I think
that doesn't work.
Wasn't it like Amazon and like what is it?
Every online
eBay and stuff.
They were going off.
Yeah.
Exactly. So someone was making money.
Bezos was loving the pandemic. Man. He's probably thinking, "Man, we need another one." Bezos, man.
For what? The guy's like,
well, he did recently get married, and it cost him
again.
And they're not cheap. Marriages aren't cheap.
He's a weird unit because I mean, look, don't wrong. Like, obviously, Bezos he was smart enough to.
Most billionaires are weird units, though.
Yeah, they really are because, like, I think about it, and it was one. So I can't remember which celebrity said this, but when you got married, obviously the second time, and he had like so many celebrities coming to the wedding. Mm-hmm. But it was very weird because like he didn't actually have, it looked like he didn't have any actual friends come to his own wedding. Now, I don't know how much of that is true, but when you see, you know, people like Tom Brady, Kevin Hart, all these, and you're just like, where are your friends? Like, where are they seen? Were they even invited?
Well, yeah, I imagine a lot of those people would be quite phony and not true friends, because I think the minute there's any kind of incentive
when you get rich, everyone else around you sort of goes, let me get a piece of that.
Well, it depends. Look, there's levels to it, right? Like if you're just like, let's be real, a millionaire isn't even rich these days.
No,
like it's
yes,
you're
it's
probably
like
being,
it's
probably better than like the majority of it. So if you're just a general millionaire, people are they probably don't care. But if you're someone like Jeff Bezos that has connections and can give you all these career opportunities and has a lot of power, then people are gonna like be like more of a kiss ass type of a friend.
Right.
So, you know, a friend, like there's not really anything like a general millionaire can do for the average person. Maybe like, I don't know, a can of beans or something. I don't know. But someone like Bezos, like people are going to be like, probably.
I mean, look, so that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, so I think going back to the cost of living, I think it's touched everyone in a weird way. I guess like some of us were smart enough to expect it, and some of us unfortunately are feeling the heart of it. So I do hope that people find a way, and that the Victorian government / the Australian government actually pays its dues to the people rather than just filling up their own pockets.
I think, I guess this has gone more along the lines of conspiracy theories. I think the Victorian government is probably just henchmen for like bigger players, corporations and banks.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the vibe I get, because they're not making great choices, to be honest. Like they're making basic
fundamental
mistakes in business that just doesn't make any sense.
Let's let the gas companies sell off our own gas and then sell it back to us for like double to triple the profit. It just stuff like
stuff like that. There's stuff like that just doesn't make any sense. But
it
happens and it exists, and Oh yeah, we should just.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But yeah, so I no, you're not wrong. And as I said, I wish and I pray for like pray, but I use that loosely, that the Australian/Victorian government actually get someone. I mean, it's almost like we need like a good dictator at this point.
I remember you saying that. We need Putin.
Putin, he's one of those. He's a dictator for sure.
Yeah, it is kind of hard to find a good dictator, right? Like, history doesn't treat that well, like that. That concept.
It's a concept well. I guess like dictator in itself has a bad rap. But, you know, if I can't remember.
I think what you're trying to say is we need a good leader.
Yeah, that's a better word. We need a good leader that can't be bought by the big corporations, because eventually, I wonder how much money it takes to corrupt a person and be like, you know, a company goes, I'm offering you 50 mil, and you'll never, and you know, but you just look the other way. And you're like...
I guess it depends on...
How much money does it take to corrupt a person?
I think it depends on how comfortable and the personality of the person. Like, how much money does that person already have? If they've got money taken care of, that's sort of like less corruptible. But if you're someone that's just getting by, all of a sudden 50 mil looks amazing.
Yeah, but like, I guess at some point you go, I'm here to save the country or the state, and then you go, I'll give it all up for.
I think it's beyond one person, in all honesty, because here's the thing, right? Like these big companies have so much power that if you step on their feet, you know, they will find ways to throw you under the bus, make you look bad. They might unalive certain things.
All of a sudden, you disappeared off the face of the planet. Yeah,
they can do a lot. They have the resources.
So I wish that we had, like. I mean, you might not be a big fan of him, but I wish we had like someone like Zoran Mandami just come in and be like.
I don't even know.
He's the new mayor for New York City. And
I heard about that.
And he essentially says like New York is not for sale. And he wasn't backed by anyone. He raised money by going door to door to people,
right?
And so he didn't have like these big corporations funding him money so that, you know, they'd influence the decisions. We need someone like him.
Look, you know, time will tell how well he goes.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I hope.
I just don't trust anyone anymore.
This way.
I don't care.
Look, I'll say it for the record. Our last government in power that actually cared about it was John Howard.
Yeah, we did bring him up, didn't we?
I think he did
GST. But.
It sucked.
Everything else he did was pretty good though.
It sucked.
That was probably the peak of Australia.
Yeah, we had like minimal debt. People were living off one paycheck. So I think obviously
the Australian dollar was going strong against the US dollar.
Exactly, and so I think obviously as time goes on, costs don't ever stay the same, but it was negligible. It was good enough. So I think if we had someone like him. Because I think that was the last time where we had someone who actually did something for the country.
Yeah,
he took away the like high-powered guns and like a lot of guns after the Port Arthur massacre, and then he brought in GST. Unfortunately, as people fought it, it did bring us a lot of it out of debt. And the country was doing well. The dollar was doing well against the other countries around the world. So I think, and when you see that stuff happening, the people go, oh, like it actually makes sense now.
At the time I was pretty young when he was in.
We were kids. So we were kids.
Pretty immature, and my views on life were totally different to what they are now. So. Back then, he sort of came across as this kind of a pretty arrogant dude because whenever people made some suggestions or told told him he should do this or that. He kind of just dismissed.
Yeah.
I think that was the whole. They were trying to get him to say sorry to the Aboriginals, and he goes, "I personally didn't do anything.
Yeah,
to them, so I shouldn't
then,
have to say sorry."
And then Kevin Rudd came in and then like did the apology. Kevin
07.
And he immediately apologized.
He was completely the opposite of John Howard. Like he was more likable, but he kind of just like probably ruined things. Things were starting to go down.
Things, but it wasn't great. I mean, he gave us free money and we were happy about that. But then after that, we didn't know really what happened.
Well, he took a bunch of trips around the world, and then I remember what happened. His own party threw him under the bus. Right. Chucked Julia Gillard and made him foreign minister because they knew he loved going on holidays. And at the start, it didn't really work. But then, once he started traveling around the world, he seemed okay with it.
All of a sudden, he was into it.
Yeah, all of a sudden, it's like, you know what, foreign minister's all right.
I could do this.
Every time you would see Kevin Rudd come from a holiday, he would have these Hawaiian, Hawaiian shirts.
The tan lines.
He was having the time of his life. Yeah, so... Nah, he was a pretty funny Prime Minister.
He was great.
And then, Julia Gillard, our first...
female Prime Minister, and she ruined it as well.
No, she came in perfect female fashion, stabbing a man in the back. She just came right in. She didn't win it through the election.
She didn't. She just took his position. Oh, man. Yep. So that was our history of prime ministers had a great run after.
Yeah, and that kind of set the example for the next party, because whenever there was an unpopular prime minister, they just boot him out and put another party member in.
And then we just kept going. I think it was Tony Abbott next, right?
Was
it after Julia Gillard? Someone was after Julia Gillard because
they're
she
not
didn't
even on the same.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Something happened, and Julia Gillard, I think she got kicked out, and someone else replaced her.
Probably.
Yeah, and then
it's all it's all a joke, but
yeah. So Australian government needs to change. But we'll quickly touch on this. Surgeon Sparks. I said it in a previous video that we're going to be running a competition for the Surgeon Sparks booster bundle. This contains 6 Surgeon booster packs, and the way to enter the competition is by subscribing to our YouTube channel and either sending us a message on TikTok or Instagram and DMing us your username so that we can verify who you are and that you are subscribed to the channel. And yes, we will draw the winners out of a hat, possibly on either TikTok Live or Instagram Live, or we'll make a video of us drawing the person out of a hat and then post it up. But yes, anyone can enter this, whether it be you're in Australia or worldwide. Send us your details, or send us your details once you've subscribed to the channel, and you'll be automatically entered into the Surgeon Sparks Booster Bundle competition. So good luck to anyone, and I hope that whoever does win this, they pull something nice out of this collection.
So this will be most likely drawn early December?
Yes, I did say yes. So sorry, I should mention that this was going to be drawn around early to mid-December, and then we'll send it out express. So send us your details, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I hope the lucky winner pulls out something great out of this collection. But yeah, that being said, I think we'll pretty much intro into the rest of the cost of living crisis episode with special guest Lucky Man Dan. He will be making an appearance throughout the rest of the next couple episodes. So the people were excited about him coming back, and now he is back. So that being said, stick around for the rest of the episode.
Thanks, everyone.
And we're back, and as I said before in the start of the episode, I have a lucky man Dan here to talk about the mental health crisis and the cost of living crisis. All the crises that are happening in Australia, crises?
There's a few.
that are happening in Australia right now. So lucky man Dan, the people have wanted you back, and you're back. How does it feel to be back?
It feels awesome to be back. Thank you very much. I'm honoured, of course. The cost of
Yeah, how does it affect you as a member of society with children?
Family man.
Family man. Well, like everything costs a fortune, doesn't it? These days, like from the price of eggs, cheese, milk, bread, everything. It's just gone through the roof, really.
Yeah.
It's getting ridiculous.
Like, if you were to go out, like, I guess how many kids do you have? 2?
I got 2 kids. Yeah.
Okay. So when you go out into the world, do you go, okay, we're going to go to the movies. This is going to cost me
at least $100 and something. Yeah. At least. At
the very minimum, and then that's just going to the movies. Then you got to account for like maybe going to lunch and whatever it is. So it seems like as soon as you step outside the door.
And after rent and bills and all that, it sort of really adds up real quick. So
so that's I can't imagine what it's like being a family man. So has it taken a toll on yourself, or is it like?
Oh, of course, yeah. Just the cost of living in itself, from petrol, everyday travelling, from that to going, like you said, going out to the movies and stuff with your kids and family, and getting something to eat. The little extra things, like maybe they want a toy or a little dessert here and there. It's just like. It's getting unbelievable.
One thing that just came at the top of my head. Do you notice like a big difference? Because before COVID, there was still people were kind of complaining about inflation and stuff. But is it as bad as what it was? Like, do you feel like it's hitting you harder now than it was before?
I think so. I don't know how to elaborate on that, but I think just in generally everything's spiked up. So like. Maybe I should put my prices up with mowing lawns and stuff as well, but I just think in generally everything's fluctuating. Yeah. Right.
And I guess like it's very hard to say. I guess I use the movies as a point of reference. I don't know if you've ever been to Hoyt's recently or like what. What I noticed with them is that. For a long time, they didn't have prices on their combos or their popcorn or their drinks. It was like on their website, it said it's subject due to change at any time during, like, to whatever they feel like or whatever the cost of bringing corn kernels in or whatever it is.
Because I know that Village Cinemas, they do have combo deals.
Yeah, exactly. Like that, so they have their pricing out to. I remember going into Hoyt's. I can't remember if it was Melbourne Central or Frankston or whichever one it was. It was about 3 or 4 months ago. I think I spent about $80 on 2 popcorns, 2 drinks, and like 2 ice creams. And I'm just like, this is at least half the cost when I go to Village. And I don't know what it was, but
is Hoyt's like, say, is that much more of a cleaner, like established joint?
The only difference really is that the cinemas seem to be a bit more. Well, you're kind of right in sort of cleaner, but all of the seats are like leather reclining seats.
So a bit higher class of a cinema than
but I mean, like, it's marginally like not. It doesn't. I don't think it justifies charging. And not double,
and not having combos and stuff like that.
If
family deals.
If you don't have fair pricing going on, and I was just like, wow, that was nuts. Obviously, maybe we went and saw. I think we went and saw Wicked 2 the other week, and I was like, okay, cool. This is the popcorn was like $10 and the drink was like $10. And I'm like, this is marginally better, but it's
still that that borderline,
It was I was very much like, wow, like the pricing structure of Hoyt's was like, it is really subject to change at any given moment. And it could be either really expensive one week or it could be really cheap the next week.
Do you find that with different suburbs as well? If you're traveling like.
I wouldn't know about like movies like
or just prices in general.
But if you go I guess if you go, you might notice that the fuel prices change depending on wherever you are.
Alcohol as well. Alcohol prices change.
Wow, really? Yeah. Like, where would you say is like the most expensive areas?
Oh,
for like maybe fuel.
The furthest away from the brewery, I suppose. Because it literally cost them a lot more to get it there, so they have to charge you more for the, It's funny the way that it works, yeah.
No, that's fair enough. And so I think, there is some sort of, I don't know what the math, what's the math on, like, what the differences of bringing goods to one area versus another area. I have no idea what the math is, but it can't be that much where it justifies.
Marginal where you have to raise it up that much.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make any sense.
Have you guys noticed an increase in homelessness from, let's say, a decade ago? Do you think you see more poor people around, or?
Yes, it's kind of hard to say because I'm in the city a bit more than probably everyone else. I want to say maybe a little bit more, but no offense to the homeless crisis.
No,
I really want to say this like without offending anyone that has gone through tough times, but they're getting really crafty because I've seen some of these signs that they hold, and it says pay ID and then the mobile number, and I'm just like, hang on. You can't be that strapped if you've got the ability
homeless if you can do all that.
Obviously switched on enough.
Yeah,
being tech savvy enough to
they're
get
being
that
tech
goal.
savvy enough. No one carries cash. Maybe you can pay ID me some money.
Some people just hate the system, I suppose. They just choose to be homeless. We all hate it.
So look, I really cannot stress.
My head.
I really cannot stress. I don't want to offend the homeless community and anyone that is trying their best. But
you can offend them.
I just when
they're there for a reason.
When I started,
you know it. That's what you want to say.
It's not that. It's more along the lines of like obviously. Not everyone who's homeless was due to drugs or whatever it is. I think obviously maybe sometimes you run away from bad family issues or whatever it is.
Just
like
hardship in general. Maybe you took a bet on something that you shouldn't have.
Exactly. There's multiple reasons for homelessness, but like it definitely really took me by surprise the last couple of weeks I've been going to the city. And I'm just like, you've got the ability you've got a mobile phone, obviously, to pay ID.
Yeah.
You've got the ability to go to the bank. So, like, there's, like, how often does a phone stay active for? For pay ID to work. Someone's obviously paying the money to keep the mobile working.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to get at. So I'm just like, okay, if you have the ability to do this, maybe you have the ability to go to a homeless shelter and figure stuff out.
And I have also seen them, like more in the city, but then more in suburban areas as well, where they've
I've
been
seen an increase
up.
of that. Yes,
that's shopping centres and stuff like that. So it's like, maybe it has hit harder than ever before. I'm not too sure.
I think we need to get the tax man to go around to these homeless guys and check out a few transactions and see how much they're actually making.
Everyone report the ATO to go in the bank account to be like, hang on, if you can pay ID, you've clearly got income coming in.
ATO needs to do a little bit of work.
I don't think
they need to be informed. They're cracking down on the wrong people.
Stop attacking the easy guy, ATO.
Yeah, exactly. The hard-working people that are paying their taxes.
It's easy to see those $1 million transactions going through and get onto those guys.
Yeah.
The guy with the Lambo. That might be, putting a few things on the table, but those guys, like you said, they're pretty crafty these days.
Look, as I said, I would say it's like increased a little bit, maybe not to like I would say maybe 10% over the time of my existence and since this whole cost of living has started. But I just again like it was just really weird that I saw a couple like people like that. I'm just like, this is interesting. But I mean, I also like, they're not even on the bottom, like homelessness side, they're not even the bottom of my list. What I really hate is, what I really grinds my gears are people that are like the World Vision people.
Oh,
yeah. They're active. They're just like people, they're like trying to sign you up to charity or whatever charity that they're trying to sign you up to.
But what good are they doing in the world, really? The person that's trying to sell you that.
They're just notorious because they're like, one, we're in a cost of living crisis, so barely anyone has the ability to pay for charity or whatever it is. And
Can't you deduct that from tax though?
second, it's all tax deductible. So how much money is really going back overseas?
Yeah.
Also, do you like it when you go to the supermarket and after you're about to pay for everything, it asks you if you want to round off your last 50 cents?
I always
that?
say no. I know, because I don't know where the money's going. And then second, the third really point is that...
Would Woolworths lie to us though, Ash?
Oh, yeah, no. With Westfield, there's like a lot.
They're one of the big four companies, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like, in that aspect of things, they wouldn't
Exactly.
lie to us. Just like the big banks, they wouldn't never lie to us.
They always tell us the truth. And then third, when your CEOs are getting, these World Vision and whatever is getting paid millions of dollars, you're like, well... Is my money going to Africa and overseas and all that sort of stuff?
No, maybe towards their guns and stuff.
yeah, exactly, to the slumlords that are running the joint. So
it's going there, but not to the right people.
Yeah, so in the cost of living crisis, especially in Australia, I just don't think those organisations have the best interests at heart. While I'm going, hang on, barely anyone, the normal people, can't afford to donate to charity, and the people who can donate to charity are generally a lot wealthier, and they use it as a tax write-off for their for the next year's right. So
Look, if I had millions of dollars, I'd be donating to charity as well for a little tax write-off.
I would say I would be. Wouldn't
you?
Yeah. So I would say if you also have millions and millions of dollars, kind of do the Mr. Beast route and do it yourself.
Yeah.
Rather than giving it to someone else and
actually do some good out there.
Do something, because you got Mr. Beast and you got Akon, who both just went out to Africa, spent a whole bunch of money themselves, and they've done more than what I think any other charity has ever done. I'm just
you had Bill Gates trying to make a Netflix series of how he created a new dunny over there or some bullshit. But apart from that, that's fake shit.
I don't understand what World Vision and what everyone else
language,
has done.
by the way.
But yeah, I just go, that's do it. If you got millions of dollars to spare to do it on charity, go do it yourself. Than to put in the arms of other people. But yes, that's that
was Ash's rant.
That was my rant of the people that really grinds my gears.
So he doesn't feel sorry for poor people, and he doesn't.
I didn't say that.
And he doesn't contribute to charity. Okay, in conclusion.
I just said that. I didn't say I feel sorry. I just said they're getting craftier. I love that.
All right, I just thought I'd read out this list because I actually spent time to do it. And we did it last time before this reshoot, so I might as well use it again. The quality and quantity of food is affected by the cost of living, inflation.
Yep.
How often we can and can't go out and spend money on local businesses. The quality of the material products. Companies trying to save money on cheaper materials.
Happens everywhere, doesn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
The amount of hours we need to work to support ourselves and families. So less leisure time. If you don't have as much time to rest, maybe that could lead to physical illness, mental illness, and then you got to spend money to fix that.
Yes.
And then you got to work to get the money.
It's just a vicious circle. It's just a vicious circle. It makes you think that really Scarface was the easier option.
It actually is. Being bad is easy. Being good is hard.
Yeah. That's right.
First you get the money, then you get the women, then you get whatever. First, you get the power, then the women come last. That's the hardest part.
Because you can still have millions of dollars and still women won't like you.
You still need the power, man.
That's true.
Because of all these factors that I mentioned, it can affect relationships. You're not getting those nice shoes for your missus, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'll go to the guy that will get me those shoes. So it could affect probably more.
Not wrong.
Probably more divorces due to financial stress, drug and alcohol addiction, stress, mental health, blah, blah, blah. people probably delay starting a family because kids are expensive.
Yeah.
Women are expensive. They're not cheap, bro. More single people, because all this stuffs everything up. Homelessness that we just mentioned.
Yeah.
That people that Ash has an issue with. Violence, domestic, robbery, safety. You don't want to take your kids out anymore, you don't want to take your missus out. She gets angry at you. Why aren't we going there? Why are we going to these cheap restaurants now? McDonald's isn't good enough.
McDonald's isn't good enough.
You want something more? You pay for it.
Oh my god!
Yeah, when do they get to take us out for
Oh my god!
you know what I'm saying? A Korean barbecue or
become
something like that.
This started off as a mental health crisis.
With Andrew Tate, we've gone to Andrew Tate on this one.
We did a misogynistic turn of events.
Oh, we know.
Misogynistic means real.
Oh my god!
It's supposed to be. Isn't this supposed to be a fair playing field at the moment?
Oh my god!
They've been whinging about this for years. So how about you lift your game, girls?
Oh my god! But no, it brings into I guess a bigger problem of that. We were able to live on one wage for a long time, possibly up until like the early to mid 90s, where even when I look back now, it was just like my dad that was working and my mum was maybe doing like part-time at a hospital.
Yeah. Same here.
But but that was enough to support 3 kids, and the family, and still go out on holidays and all that sort of thing. Now, lucky my dad was in a band, and he, just getting some gig money.
Their house. They weren't renting, were they?
They purchased their house.
There
you
go. That's the whole difference.
Exactly. So now it just seems like you need to have 2 full-time wages to support. Not like
mortgage and stuff
and possibly a kid, but my partner and myself, we got 2 full-time wages and we're just sort of trying to figure out where we stand financially.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, man, like it seemed just so much easier back then.
Yeah, there's not much left now, is there?
Exactly, and I'm just like, okay, we got to start, paying the bank, and the interest rates are huge, the bank loan is huge, and back then, what a house was worth, maybe 50 to 200 grand, and now it's 600 minimum, or you're trying to find a house that's like 650 to 700, and
most of the money that you earn is physical money, so you have to work for it, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not like it's just coming for free.
So it's on 2 livable wages.
Yeah.
It's still like it can be tough. That's I do think like a lot of those times, like back in the 90s, mid 90s, like people were able to live more happily, more freely, and all of a sudden, just like
it's more of a rat race pressure now, isn't it?
And I do think like we kind of created our own problem with technology. As technology grew, costs grew. We couldn't predict something like Netflix and the internet and mobile phones, all that sort of stuff.
And
so
just lifestyle living grew.
Lifestyle living grew with the people, and I think cost of living came with it.
Yeah, I agree.
How much time do we
That's a great question. I think we've still got like some time, but otherwise, look, what we'll do, ladies and gentlemen, we'll pause it right here and we'll go into part 3 of our discussion.
All right, cool.
And we're back for the next part with Lucky Man Dan about cost of living and mental health crisis that's happening in Australia and around the world. And yet, you wanted to kick us off on our world leaders.
All right. So, the cost of living, how did we get here? What do you think? I did mention the world leaders because they are leading us down somewhere.
Yeah.
And we're here now. So... Yeah. That's probably a good place to start. It could be something else. Maybe you guys have better ideas. Is it our fault? Did we accept this? Did we put ourselves in this position? Should we take accountability?
I'll leave Lucky Man Dan to have his words.
Well, that's hard to say because do we even get a say when we vote? Like, I'm not too sure about all that sort of side of things. That's like a little conspiracy in my head.
Like, do you want the conspiracy answer or do you want the mainstream answer?
I mean,
like the answer to make.
Do
you want the answer to make everybody?
You can do both. It's our podcast. Yeah. We can do both.
Very good.
I think inflation is an intentional thing. It's a way to sort of separate the power players from everybody else. And the way that you get there, like if you know the basics of the economy and how printing a ton of money and handing it out, doesn't help inflation. And what happened during the pandemic is shut everything down, gave people a bunch of money, printed a bunch of money, and more supply, equals less value. And everybody has to, jack their prices up to make sense. If it costs you $1 to make a loaf of bread, you can't sell it for 50 cents. So you have to sell it for more.
Yeah,
it's I guess common sense stuff, but I think it's all intentional. I think it's all by design. I've got my reasons, but I'll hear what you guys think first, and then I'll have my final say on that.
Wow, you're pretty good on that. But some people, some people out there don't even have common sense. So, like, I can see where it's sort of like, do we fuck us? Like, do we do it to ourselves, or do we rely on the leaders to pick us up and show us something new? But
as soon as he said rely on leaders,
you can't rely on. You can't.
No.
As we know, but some people.
If you're relying on someone to save you, it's a bad strategy.
Yeah.
You need to make sure that you're not in a vulnerable position, and save yourself, man. If you're watching this and you see this part, save yourself. Because everybody has their own problems.
And your family.
Because everybody's got their own problems, and they're not coming to save you. They're going to try to look after their own asses before they help you out. So,
100%. Yeah.
I'm sort of like on a 50-50 on that. I do think that there is probably a conspiracy to it, but I also do believe that we brought it on ourselves in the way we couldn't predict what was going to happen. I still stand on the fact that we grew technology to a point where we're like, we need to dig up minerals from the earth for electric powered cars, mobile phones, recording technology like this. So there's the stuff that doesn't that we couldn't foresee happening, and therefore generating costs essentially of technology. I also do believe, obviously, the COVID pandemic was one great example of giving away money, but no one understanding that we eventually have to pay that back. And that's a debt
written in the fine print.
And people are like, oh, this is just free
underlying
money.
Costs.
Yeah, they think, oh, it's free money. The government is just giving us free money. No, that's debt that we have to pay back to the world banks and the government. And that's what generates higher cost of living, because that we have.
Or if not, it came out of your super, which was your hard-earned money.
So there was multiple factors in that, and so I do say that. Obviously we weren't. We was very young when he was in power, but I do think John Howard was probably the last person that actually really cared about the Australian people.
Yeah, we did go on about him on the first half, and he was probably as annoying as he was and as arrogant as he did come across, he actually did right by the economy. And that, I believe, was probably the peak of Australia.
He was liberal too, wasn't he? Yeah.
So I'm not saying this to be whether you're liberal or whatever it is now.
So for a business side of things, John Howard is your man. Obviously, yeah. But from a Labor side of things...
Labor, that's what I was trying to think of.
Definitely...
So I don't. I think he was the last person that really cared about the people and then what they were going through. But it just seems like after John, that
Ruddy was all right, mate. He gave us
like $700 economy boost. And look,
and he's still fighting for Australia now, isn't he?
well, he's in the US. He actually represents Australia to other countries, and he got made fun of by Trump.
Which was only a couple of weeks ago.
Albanese agreed with Trump. I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah, K-Rod was he was awesome entertainment, wasn't he?
He was entertainment value, but I don't know how much he actually really helped
the cost of his entertainment cost us dearly. It was the most expensive entertainment that we've all had to pay for. The whole nation had to pay for.
The whole nation is still paid for. So I do think that after Mr. Howard, after his political career was over, that everyone subsequently was just in it for themselves. Like, no one's taxing the big gas companies. No one's taxing the big pharmaceutical industries. No one's like you're just letting them sell our gas and export all our stuff overseas and then sell it back to us at a premium. Like, it's nuts.
Which I find hard in itself for Australia not to own their own
oil
rigs and stuff like that. Oil companies.
It doesn't make any.
I don't know how we're one of the richest.
We sit on the biggest plutonium or uranium, and I'm just like, this is the stuff that builds nuclear weapons. And we're not, and we're in debt. I don't get it. How are we not selling this mineral to? It just there's so many things that don't make a lot of logistical sense, and it just makes sense that people in power are just corrupted by money.
Well, that's it. When things don't make sense like that, it just means that it makes sense to something that we don't see.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it comes down to.
And that's why I'm saying, I'm 50-50 in terms of what I do think we caused our own problem in the sense that we didn't see technology growing the way it's going. I do believe that the money that Australia is supposed to be getting is not getting back to the people, and so a bunch of leaders are doing their very best to keep us under the thumb.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah.
So, that's...
If you guys comment below and, have your say as well.
Tell us your struggles. Tell us how has the cost of living affected you guys? Because we'd love to hear from everyone and anyone and everyone of all walks of life, whether it be rich or poor, and anyone who's homeless. If you got pay ID, if you have the ability to pay ID, you have the ability to watch YouTube.
That's right.
So you can
and our subscribing is going up to $3 too to you guys.
So if you have the ability to pay ID, especially if you're homeless, you can watch us on YouTube and tell us your thoughts in the comments below.
We'd love to know. We'd love to know if we're right or wrong or either.
Our channel would love the homeless community to subscribe to us.
Exactly.
We know you can. We know you can.
We know you can.
We'll be checking next week if you have.
Oh my god. This whole thing started off the fact that they were just crafty in the sense that they could donate. We could donate by pay ID.
Yeah, you knew exactly what you were trying to say.
I just didn't know we were going this far.
I think we can wrap that up because we still got to film mental health now.
That was awesome.
Look, thank you for joining us, everyone that subscribed. And if you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, like and share, and tell your friends and family about us. This new podcast coming up in Australia. We are the Bobby Soxer Show, and everyone have a good night / good morning.